Okay guys, getting back to milling, we just did our contour, and you should have 1, 2, 3 tool paths and your up and down tool path, and everything should look good. Alright, so the next thing we have to do is we have to clean out the inside. We have to mill away the pocket. You have the option, you can use the pocket or you can use adaptive. I chose adaptive because it uses some advanced strategies that can allow you to machine a little bit more aggressively. So I would suggest you use 2D adaptive and let the computer come up with the best tool path for you. So I already did an adaptive here. And let's open this up for you. Again, we're going to use the biggest tool we can, which is our tool number 1, 3/8 inch flat. This time for our geometry, you want your machining boundary to be selection. So you're going to change that and select selection. And then you're going to click here on this little machining boundary button, and you're going to make sure you select the outside edge of the bottom face of the pocket. And you can see that highlighted in blue there. With no additional offset. Stock contours, it really doesn't matter. You don't need to have stock contours on if you don't want. Totally fine if it's off or on. Rest machining, we're not going to do any rest machining. That's for something that'll come later if we want to do any finishing. So you could have everything else not even selected. For the heights, again, stock top for the top height and selection for the bottom reference. Then we're going to go to our passes. Again, this one, the one thing you just want to double check here is your maximum roughing step. You want your maximum roughing step to be around 0.3 inches. And that'll clear everything out in 3 even steps, 3 pretty even steps. And then for this one, under linking, you really don't need to do anything here. You can just leave everything as the default, and you should be in good shape. And then it's going to give you a nice tool path, and you're all set. Okay, then the last thing you need to do on the top is you need to clear out the last little bit of material that gets left in the corners, because if you remember, we made these corners to be a 0.125 radius, which requires a smaller end mill than a 3/8 that we've been using. So I did a quick 2D pocket for that one, and this time I selected tool 2, which is the 1/4 inch flat end mill. And for my pocket selection of the geometry, I again selected the pocket, but here's the important part. You have to now choose rest machining, so select rest machining. This is clearing away the rest of the material rather than trying to clear away the whole pocket. It's only going to clear away any little material that's left in the corners. And here we have to put the tool diameter and the corner radius of the original tool that we did most of the roughing with, which in our case was a 3/8 tool, so that should be 0.375 and 0.1875. Everything else is pretty much the same, nothing too exciting. We don't need to do multiple depths, we don't need to do anything special. So that's it for the top.